Chinese EV manufacturers, some of them are doing really well, but some of them will go bankrupt or have to merge with other car companies. Here's who is doing well and not so well in 2024. Now, when you're buying a new car, you will have the choice of buying a car from many of these car brands. You've got to be aware, are you going to be buying a Fisker? Is it a car that's going to drop in value by 80% because the parent company has gone bankrupt? That's something that I think is absolutely worth your consideration. I reported recently on electric car sales in China, but honestly, it didn't give you a full picture of what's really going on in the car market. What are the most promising electric car brands? What are they doing? What are their sales numbers? Here are the actual brands per brand, number of sales per brand in the month of July. There's some emerging electric car brands which will shape and change the global car market. They will make a big dent in it. They're already doing it. I think a lot of people just don't realize what's happening. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Guys, I'll be at the Melbourne EV SUV show on the 9th and the 10th of August this week. Would love to see you there. I'll put a link in the description below so you can come and come and check out the EVs. And if you'd like to, I'll be giving a keynote speech and I'd love to see you there. So, EV sales. Emerging EV makers in China. Well, this is an interesting list. Now, when I say emerging, this does not include BYD, but anyway, let's look at BYD. BYD, how many cars did they sell in China last month? They sold 341,000, nearly 342,000. That's a new record for BYD, but pretty much the same as the previous month, just like tiny bit more. So you can see BYD is miles ahead of all these other car brands in China. However, Li Auto is next with 51,000 deliveries. Now, this list does not include Tesla. We don't yet have Tesla sales. We have Tesla sales for their cars that they made in China, but not their actual sales in China. Second, Ato, 41,535 deliveries from Ato. Third, Leap Motor, 22,000 deliveries for Leap Motor. Leap Motor, very interesting one here, guys, because Leap Motor are coming to Europe and they have a joint venture partnership with Stellantis to manufacture EVs in Europe and to do all kinds of things. But anyway, Leap Motor are going to be one of the most promising car manufacturers, the fastest growing in the world, I predict, over the next few years. And I've been saying this actually about Leap Motor for a while now. Their EVs are incredible value, probably the best value EVs in terms of in the budget sector that you can buy in China. NIO next with 20,500. Deepal next with 16,721. Deepal, they do have some new EVs coming, and they will be global EVs. You will be able to buy this brand. I'll have new videos on the channel when their new cars emerge, or when you can buy them. Sort of pointless at this point, but I will have videos about their specific models. Next was the Geely Galaxy, 16,704. Geely have just revealed their new electric SUV, competes directly with the BYD Atto 3, but it is significantly superior in terms of technology, and it's the same price. Geely are being very aggressive with their Galaxy EV brand. They were followed by Zeekr. Zeekr had 15,700 deliveries. Zeekr sales numbers down about 4,000 or 5,000 because they shut their factory for 3 weeks out of the last month due to factory upgrades. Well, that's one of their 2 factories anyway. Xpeng next with 11,145 deliveries. We do know they have obviously a joint venture with the Volkswagen Group. Nita, 11,000 deliveries. Nita have some incredibly good value EVs as well. Very, very affordable. Denza. Denza is BYD's premium brand, part owned by BYD, part owned by Mercedes. BYD own 90% of that brand. 10,000 deliveries for Denza, followed by Xiaomi with 10,000 deliveries as well. I think Xiaomi's numbers are slightly over 10,000, but we don't have exact numbers yet from Xiaomi. Now, if we look at the actual vehicle sales for the best-selling electric cars so far, as in January to June, right? These numbers are provided by Clean Technica. January to June of 2024, the first 6 months of the year. You see some interesting trends here, guys. The Tesla Model Y is by far the best-selling EV in China, 210,000 or 211,000 deliveries. Second, BYD Seagull, 172,000. Third, BYD Atto 3, 118,000. Fourth, the Ato M7, 106,000. Most people haven't heard of Ato. I will have a video up on the channel, by the way, of Ato's electric vehicle. I've sat in one of these, looked at one in China. They do look quite nice. They look like they're fairly luxurious. You can see why people are buying them. This is a large electric SUV. Next is the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV, part manufactured by General Motors in their tri-venture with the Chinese government, SAIC or SAIC Motors, and Wuling and GM. They have a 33% stake, each of them, in that car company, and they build that very, very affordable. Starts at around $5,500 small electric SUV. Now, they don't make any profit off that. It's more of a it's a thing where they can get incentives from the government. So they do get the incentives from the government, but they don't make any profit off the actual sales themselves, from what I can tell. Followed by the Aeon Y. Aeon Y is, well, Aeon are one of the most promising car companies in China, EV companies. They are owned by parent company GAC. GAC also make Toyota's EVs for them, but Aeon EVs are significantly better than Toyota's EVs that GAC make. Anyhow, that was followed by the Tesla Model 3, all the way down in 11th place. So pretty surprising numbers for the Tesla Model 3. Next, we have the Wuling Bingo with 68,000 deliveries. The BYD Dolphin with 67,000. Then the BYD Chin Plus with 66,000 BYD Chin Plus EVs delivered. That's followed by the Li Yang L7. The Chang'an Lumen is next. That's a small electric SUV that rivals the Wuling Hongwan Mini, but it looks a bit better. It's a bit more fashionable, less boxy. The Chang'an Lumen, 60,000 deliveries. Followed by the Zeekr 001, 54,500 deliveries of the Zeekr 001. Now, there is a new version, an updated version of the Zeekr 001, and I think I saw more Zeekr 001s in China than I did of any other car. It might have been because they look so good, so they just stand out. I'm not sure. Anyhow, that was followed up by the BYD Song EV with 42,422. So you can see here, this list is pretty well dominated by BYD. Of course, there's two Teslas here high on the list. But interestingly, the Ato M7, really good deliveries of the Ato M7. And Wuling Hongwan Mini EV, pretty good deliveries there. But other than that, it's really more of a BYD list, isn't it? As you can see, though, there are some emerging car companies coming up. But the question is, will they stay alive? I think if they don't have a strong parent company, they probably won't. They'll have to merge, something like that. We know that Chinese EV manufacturers, none of them are making a profit. That is true, except BYD. Except BYD. So BYD is selling huge numbers of cars and making a profit. So I think BYD will pretty well kill some of these car companies just because of their sheer dominance. Which ones will stay alive? Which ones will die? Well, I will have a video coming soon with what I think will happen and why. I mean, car companies like NIO, they seem like they're doing well. They're really powerful, but they're incurring billions of dollars in debt every single year. How long can that last for?